some of the doors are wet, so we're trying not to touch anything. So this is Mrs. Kiersey and Mr. Anderson's shop, and they do welding, any kind of tech classes. They do ag classes such as floriculture, exploratory ag. They do business classes, ag business, agri-science, and pretty much, how many students? Do you think almost the majority of our students take ag science? So to be able to do a lot of the ag class, well, any of the ag classes, once you get to be a freshman, you have to take ag science. And so that kind of lets you take all of the different classes. And so you want to make sure you take ag science your freshman year, so that way you can go to competitions, you can participate in the FFA things that they do. They just have a lot of good stuff, so we highly recommend the ag pathway. Right out here, this door, you can kind of see the building up there on the hill. That's Mr. Jabin. I'll let you take over there.
Okay, so Mr. Jabin has carpentry classes. You'll get to take those as an 8th grader. It's called Intro to Industrial Tech. Ooh, that's really bright. I apologize. There's Mr. Jabin's shop up on the hill. Get your point of reference. There's the track. And Mr. Sturgeon over there working. So you'll get to take carpentry, Intro to Industrial Technology, and then you can take carpentry. We're going to add, I think, a woodworking class and some other great classes, furniture and cabinetry making. So those are the classes that Mr. Jabin teaches. Now you guys will have class sponsors next year as well.
Yeah.
And so these are your teachers that you will have during individual plan of study during IPS, which is your 4th hour. And these teachers will guide you and help you. You'll have some career exploration, you'll have college exploration, just tips on how to live your best life. And these teachers will stay with you all through your junior high and high school experience. So right now, it could change, but right now, your IPS teachers, your class sponsors will be
Mr. Anderson,
Miss Kiersey, Mrs. Williams,
Miss Estes,
Mrs. Estes,
and Mr. Chrisley.
Yeah.
Yeah. So each of those teachers, you guys will split out evenly amongst those teachers. As we've done it right now in junior high for 7th and 8th grade, you'll have the same teacher, and then we might put you in a big group and then shuffle you again, and then you will get a new teacher from those same teachers, and those will be your teachers for 9th through 12th grade. And so that's Miss Robin. And so as Mrs. Bruce said, those are kind of your parent at school teacher. You know, though that's the person, your IPS person is the person that you can go to for anything, and then they can get you to the people that you need to be to, whether it's Miss Bruce and I, or to Mr. Littleford, Mr. Euler, who will actually be your principal because he's the 7th and 8th grade principal here. So that's kind of what that looks like. Where do we want to go now?
Let's go look at the library and maybe look at where their classes are going to be in that hallway.
Okay, all right.
So here's your Bullpup Cafe sign. Just waiting for you guys to come. I think, is it August 15th?
It's a
20th? All right, maybe. Well, we'll have to look at those dates.
I think it's August 20 something, because I think the fair is
That's right.
that
Yep,
weekend.
it
so.
is.
All right, here we go. So this is the 8th grade hallway, and this is where all of the 7th and 8th grade classes are. And I don't know if we'll be able to get into the library. Don't mind all the mess. We haven't had kids here since March 13th. Friday the 13th was our last day of school. So everyone's hard cleaning, getting stuff ready for next year already. And so that's kind of what we're doing. So this first room here is Mrs. Washburn. All 7th graders will have Mrs. Washburn. She is the health teacher, and she's the high school PE teacher. Mr. Deaton's class is over here. If you by chance want to take Spanish as a junior high student, you can do that for a semester with Mr. Deaton. We have Mrs. Williams. She is amazing, and she teaches English, and she came over with us. She's the cheerleading sponsor as well, and so she's a lot of fun, and she teaches 7th grade English. You will also have her as 8th grade English. We have Mrs. Estes. Mrs. Estes is 7th and 8th grade science, and she does lots of cool stuff in there, and she's been with us for a while, so a lot of your parents may have had Mrs. Estes. I didn't have her, but I know my brother did, so. Then we have Mrs. Wade. Mrs. Wade teaches 7th grade geography and Kansas history. She's a social studies teacher and an elective teacher, and you will like her a lot. And then we have Mr. Owen, who is math, and he will teach 7th and 8th grade math, and you guys will enjoy that as well. And then down here we have Miss Liz Birch's room, where she sees students. Some of you might know her from the grade school. You will also be able to see her when she comes over here to the high school. So if you enjoy doing that, you'll be able to continue that. And then if you don't see her and you think, yeah, I need some help in that area, you can go see her. Just come see Miss Bruce or I before you do, and we'll get you set up. And then they will have, they're not going to have Miss?
They won't have Miss.
Okay, so we're just going to cut across here, and we'll finish up our little, oh, we have Mr. Chrisline.
Oh, yep, we do for
Mr.
STEM.
Chrisline. Mr. Chrisline is our chemistry teacher. He is amazing, a lot of fun. Kids really, really enjoy him. He's going to teach STEM, which is an elective class. It's science, technology, engineering, and math. And he does lots of just cool assignments, you know, like making marshmallows in an oven that he made himself, and just all different kinds of stuff. So his room is right here. It is down the high school hallway, but it will be the only time that you will really need to be around down this hallway. All right, so I'm excited, Miss Bruce. You excited?
I am super excited
Yeah,
for you guys to get here.
Miss Bruce and I will do a separate video, one of her and one of me, just kind of explaining to you guys what our jobs are. Of exactly what our jobs are and what we can do to help you while you're here. You're gonna love it. It's a lot different than grade school. Some kids have said that it's a lot easier, and so I'm glad that they've said that, but we do look forward to you coming here, and can't wait to see you. We'll talk to you soon.